Welcome back to the Mowing in the Dark podcast. I am your host, Aaron Sutter. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you're here. Wow, it has been a whirlwind weekend. Guys, over the weekend, my family and I took a weekend trip to Greenfield Village and the Gerald R. Ford Museum over by Detroit in Dearborn. It was an awesome trip. We had some problems. We went with my wife's family, and what happened is we had booked an Airbnb in Detroit, first hint, for the weekend. And the in-laws got there first, and they said it was not a safe neighborhood at all. And so there was a big commotion about getting that reimbursed and things like that because we obviously weren't going to stay there. And so they decided just to drive back to their place in Okemos, Michigan. And we decided to take some money and get a hotel for the weekend out there in Novi. So we went out to Novi. We spent the weekend out there. They had to travel back and forth a few times. I kind of felt bad about that. But our kids had a great time. We were there at the museum and the Greenfield Village. They're two separate things, but they're kind of connected. We were there for the weekend. It was wonderful. The museum was cool, but we really enjoyed Greenfield Village. It was awesome. We got to ride an antique train, first of all, through the whole thing. Took about 30 minutes or so. Really cool. We got to walk through a 1800s farm. We got to see all these different historical houses that they have moved from where they used to be, wherever they were in the country, and brought them to this museum, this outdoor museum, refurbished them, did all that stuff. It was cool. But the best part, the highlight, was we were able to see a 1950s baseball game. It was like a reenactment. It was awesome. They actually have a league over there that they play. They don't use gloves. It's just cool. They use 1950 or 1850s rules, and it was really cool and fun. It was a lot of fun. So that was kind of our weekend in a small little nutshell. We got to eat 1950s food, I keep saying 1950s, 1850s food at a restaurant over there. It was delicious. We just had a really good time as a family. It was really nice. It was very relaxing. It was wonderful. So that was kind of our weekend. Last week, it was pretty dry and hot. Some of our lawns were burned out, but we did get a little bit of rain last week. So today, when my son and I went out to mow, we were actually able to do the whole list, which was really nice. We haven't been able to do a full day's work in quite a while just because it's been so dry here. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty dry all the way around the country right now. There's just a heat system going around. So, except for Kentucky. Pray for the people in Kentucky. Yeah, it was just a nice weekend to get away. It was kind of a whirlwind trip, but it's not that far away. It's like an hour and a half drive for us, so not a big deal at all. It was just nice. It was wonderful to get away. Our hotel had a pool, so we went down there every night, just hung out, swam, and had a good time. Hung out in the hot tub. It was just really nice. So yeah, that was kind of my weekend in a nutshell, guys. But I want to talk a little bit about my plans for LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy 2022. Everybody's talking right now about the Equip Expo or the GIE Expo, which, yeah, that is first. It's coming up first, and it's coming up soon. It's October. I think it's like the third weekend or the third week in October. So make sure if you haven't gotten your tickets for the Equip Expo that you do that. You've got to go, guys, at least once. Go at least once because it is such an amazing thing. I mean, there's events outside of the main event. You're just going to want to be there. It's just really, really cool. At least go and experience it once. They have live concerts at night. They have, I mean, it's in a party scene type thing. There's bars all around. It's craziness, but it's pretty cool. And I get it. We're all busy. Every single one of us. It's the middle of leaf season. Everyone gets it. We're all busy. But it is those who plan who get to go. So if you haven't planned to go, you won't go. So you just need to plan it. It's not just going to fall in your lap. Like I tell my 7-year-old, you know, that cup of water isn't going to fill itself. Quit whining about it and just go do it. Right? That's what we tell our kids. I'm telling the same thing to you. Those of you that aren't signed up to go to the Equip Expo, quit whining about how busy you are and clear your schedule and go. It's not that expensive. It's a tax write-off for your business. If you've done well this year, you're going to need some tax write-offs anyway. Just do it. Okay, but now I want to shift gears to the LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy. This is Brian Fullerton's event. Now, I say it's Brian Fullerton's event, but really, Brian has a very small, I don't even know if he's speaking this year. His name wasn't on the speaker list, so I don't know if he's speaking or not. He and Liz have for the last couple of years. I've gone to every one that they've had simply because I'm so close. I might as well go. You know, why miss out on something like that when I'm this close? So they're bringing in all kinds of speakers. They're having Mike Andes in. They're having Nick Carlson with Mulchmate. He's coming in. And they've got a bunch of others. They've got the CEO or whoever he is of LMN. He's coming in. It's going to be a really good thing. So I'm not affiliated with this at all. I bought my ticket today, and I booked my hotel today. So you guys have to get your tickets early because they are selling out. In fact, one of the hotels, the Hyatt Place, which is connected to the Suburban Show Place where the event is actually happening, that hotel is already sold out. And they've got like 200, 300 rooms, something like that. So you want to book it today. Okay? This has become an industry standard event. This is the 4th year, I believe. So you're not going to want to miss out. And the tickets are limited. Tickets are $197, which is a really good price, I think, for the information that you're going to get. This year, in years past, it was more kind of high or low level thinking, maybe. I don't know how to describe that. But this year, it's going to be a little bit more high level thinking, business operations type things. It's going to be really good. I have a feeling it's going to be the best one that they've had. So I would really encourage you to go. No matter if you like Brian Fullerton or you hate his guts or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yes, his company is putting on the event, but go for the speakers because that's why you're there. And there's hundreds of other lawn care landscaping guys there to connect with, to network with. It's awesome. It's just an awesome event to get to know people. I've met a lot of people from around the country at that event. So just do it. It's $197. You're probably going to spend that on fast food in the next month. Probably more than that. So just cut out fast food for 2 weeks and go to the LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy. Now, I will tell you that there's alternatives to hotel stays. All right, if you don't want to stay at a hotel, if the hotels are too expensive for you, which I am frugal. I'm not cheap, I'm frugal. Okay? So I always like to find the cheapest route to go to an event like this. And my family and I, we love to RV. So we have an RV. I have pulled my RV to LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy in November when it was freezing cold outside and snowing, and stayed in that at a state park that's about 10 minutes away. So you can do it a little cheaper. The state park costs about $25 a night, but there's no running water. and I believe the dump stations might be closed. So they do have one shower stall that's open, and it's the handicap stall, which is fine, but that room is heated, so that's nice. So that is an option. They do have electricity, so you can bring a space heater, set that up in your camper, and you'll probably be good to go because you can't use your water anyway, really. So, I mean, good to go. You can use your heater. You can use your propane heater. I used my propane when I went, and I ran out of propane because I left it on all day while I was at LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy. So I really should have had a space heater in there, but I didn't. So if you guys RV and you would rather do that and go the cheap route, which you can do, it's fine. I've done it. Like I said, I've done it. You could do that. The state park campground is Pride Lake. It's Pride Lake State Park Campground, something like that. Do that. It's a really cheap way to go. You're there. You could spend Friday night before, so you can go to the go-kart thing. Then you have all day Saturday, and then you could stay Saturday night if you're out late still. If you're just chatting it up, you go to dinner with guys after the event or whatever. That's what I usually do. Then you can just stay the night again. $50, a $50 stay. So you're spending maybe $250 the whole trip for your ticket and your stay. Now that doesn't include meals, but if you're camping, you could pack meals in your refrigerator. So, there's different ways to go about it. All right. Now, I'm not pulling the camper out this year. I'm staying in a hotel, and it was expensive. The hotel was expensive. The Hyatt place was booked, so I had to get a different hotel. It was kind of expensive, but it's a really nice hotel. So it is what it is. The business is paying for it, and you're going to get the information. Now, I like to stay at the hotels because in the morning there's breakfast. It's a hot breakfast. I don't have to make it. And you see other guys that are going to the event. You get to talk. You get to sit down, have a conversation. I'm all about connecting with people. So that's why I go to these events. Yes, I go to learn, but I go to connect with people. So if you're going to LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy, I'm going Friday night. I'm heading out there Friday night because they have an opening event at a go-kart place. These are electric go-karts. They are fast. They are fun. It's awesome. I went last year. It's really cool. They also have some VR things that you can do. It's pretty cool. So I would recommend that for sure. And then all day Saturday, starting at 8 a.m., the LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy Live event happens until I think it's like 5 o'clock. They feed you lunch and they feed you snacks in between. It's like endless water and pop, I think, something like that. Or soda for you guys down south, or Coke, which Coke is like everything under the sun. I don't get that, but okay. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Plus you get a bag full of stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool, guys. I really would recommend you go. It can be a life-changing event if you allow it to be. If you go there with the right mindset to learn and to grow. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. My plans for LAL 2022. That's what they abbreviate it as. So I would head over to LAWNTREPRENEUR Academy Live 2022. Just Google it, and it'll come up. Go to the live events thing, click on that, you can buy your ticket there. But again, tickets are limited. I think they're up to 400 some tickets. That's the most they've ever done, but they're limited. So, and they're selling pretty quick, I think. So I would really recommend, if you want to go, you better get your tickets now. So that's after the GIE Expo. It's something that people do fly out for. They do fly out for this. So, I mean, it is a big deal to a lot of people. They want to learn. There are guys that are hungry in this industry to learn and to connect with others. And it's worth it. To me, it's worth it. So that's what I have to say about Lawntrepreneur Academy Live. Again, I'm not paid to say that. I have no affiliation with Lawntrepreneur Academy or Brian Fullerton, but I think it is a worthwhile event. All right, guys, that is really all I have for this episode of the podcast. It's going to be a great week. It's supposed to be super hot this week. We're going to get a heat index of upwards of 100 degrees. It's going to be sweaty, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, something I forgot to mention is I started a challenge tonight. So what I have been doing for the last week now is I have been walking 3 miles a day. 3 miles a day. So my challenge to all the lawn care guys out there is to walk 3 miles a day until the Equip Expo 2022. All right? That's like the 3rd week in October. I'm telling you what, guys, this is my challenge to myself and to you. Because as lawn care guys, we actually don't move as much as we think we do. How do you think I got looking like this? I'm a big boy, and I need to shed some of this bigness. And so that is my challenge to you guys. If you guys accept this challenge, I want you to go to your social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and I want you to post on there, I'm doing the 3 mile a day challenge, and put hashtag challenge accepted. I would love that. I would love that, because I'm going to do it anyway, whether anybody joins me in this or not. But it'd be cool if we could get guys on board with this, and we could do it as a community, and do it together. Because I'm sorry, I've talked to my doctor. I have a doctor's appointment coming up on Friday. Every time I go see him, he always says, your industry is one of the worst for weight gain and obesity, because our schedule isn't, we work in the summer and then we have the winter off except for snow plowing, but in snow plowing we're basically sitting on our butts all day, and so we gain weight in the winter, and then we lose all of it that we put on except for about 10 pounds, and then we go through the year and we hit the winter and then we pack on weight again because we're not doing anything. And then we go through the summer and we lose all of that, but about 10 pounds. So now you've gained 20 pounds in 2 years. Over time, that adds up, guys. So that's what I'm trying to combat in my life. And that's what I think this challenge can do. It takes about 45 minutes at a good pace to walk 3 miles. So that is my challenge to you guys. I'm busy. I'm a busy guy. I record 3 podcasts a week. I'm trying to do YouTube videos, trying to put out as many YouTube videos as I can in a week. Right now, I'm planning on 1 or 2, which I wish it was more, but it's 1 or 2 right now during the week. So I'm challenging you guys. If I can do it with as busy as I am running a full-time business solo, plus doing podcasts, 3 podcasts a week, and 2 YouTube videos a week, I know that you guys have time to do it too. Turn off the TV, stop getting home and flopping on the couch and watching TV. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You got to get that body moving, because that's part of the problem. You're not moving enough when you're working. You got to get out there. You got to move. Let's lose this weight together, guys. My hope is that we can all lose about 10 pounds by the time we get to the Equip Expo. And I would love to hear those stories when I get to the Equip Expo. I would love to film them on camera. So, if you want to be a part of this challenge, the first thing you got to do is just start. Just start. If you are so overweight that you can't walk 3 miles, that's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm saying, okay, start with a half mile. Walk a half mile a day. And then the next day, walk a little farther. And the next day, walk a little farther than that. 2 steps farther than that. Every day, get a little bit better. Get a little bit better. You will see results. Eventually you will, but you got to keep at it. Guys, that's my challenge to you and the lawn care community. Let's get this community moving. Let's do the 3-mile challenge. Hashtag challenge accepted. Let's go. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. I will see you in the next episode.